Hello everyone, welcome. I'm AJ of Everything AJ's, and today I'm wrapping up a project that I had started on my very last video, which is about some Hobby Lobby beads that I had found. I want to go over my completed project, and I also want to share with you how I organize those beads. As you saw in my last video, when I was emptying out my strands of beads, I was using something like this, and I separated those beads in there. But I do have a big organization system, and maybe it helps you in organizing your beads at home. Alright, so if you watched my last video, you also saw that I was saying how many pieces that I thought we could probably create with the amount of beads that I had purchased. And I didn't get a chance to actually share with you how much it was that I had spent in order to get this many pieces created. So in the sense of how I'm saying spent, I'm only talking about the beads themselves, and you could go back to that other video and be able to see exactly which beads specifically I purchased, and I will link that in the description box below. What I spent at the Hobby Lobby, because of the sale prices, it was 60% off, which is an amazing deal. I think that kind of a price point is absolutely fantastic, and it's especially a good time to obviously create a bigger profit margin when you're purchasing something as a new artist from a bead and supplier that's not wholesale, as far as that means. So if you're purchasing your beads, typically you can get them at a wholesale price if you've already got your business license and everything lined up. But a lot of times those have minimums, or only if you spend a certain amount do you get a certain amount of a discount. So in this case, it just makes sense for sometimes to go ahead and just hit up the craft store for the deals. Now, I purchased 5 strands total, and it was $21.19. That's absolutely amazing. I'm selling these, and I'll be honest, I package these up and I'll ship them out with all pricing of shipping included off of my Etsy store for $45. I pay for the packaging, I ship it to you, $45 flat rate. You're not going to get to the shipping point and wonder how much more it's going to be. Now, if you're local and you're shopping in the retail stores itself, you're going to pay $35. So I do have different versions of how much it is that I charge based on what it is that I have to do to get that product to you. I just wanted to share that part, because right here in front of me with what it was that I got at the last store, I was able to make 15 total pieces. So if you do a little bit of math in your head, you can see exactly how that worked for me. Now keep in mind, that wasn't every single component here. That's only the beads. So that doesn't include, it doesn't include the charms that I include in my design. It doesn't include the piece that's holding on to the crystal, or the crystal itself, or the two little components at the top, which finish the top of the piece off for it to be hung. So keep those things in mind as well. There is more cost that comes with creating these, but depending on what you pick, that margin can be a little bit larger or a little bit smaller. It's up to you. So this is definitely, I think, one of the better purchasing options that you could have had, especially considering how pretty these are and how they all turned out. I believe they'll do really, really well inside of the retail store. Now, I will say, when I'm selling on Etsy, it is really hard for me to put 15 pieces on the Etsy store because of the fact that I would have to now hold on to each piece, and I would not be able to display it in a store to have it sold perhaps at the same time. And the reason being is because every piece that I do is a one-of-a-kind design unless requested to do multiples of the same. So it is really difficult in my mind to find the correct person for that product, per se, if it's just sitting here in my studio waiting for an online purchase. So I'm just being honest. If you didn't want to have to deal with that, you could also change that kind of concept. Perhaps go ahead and do the same design. Do the same design offer many of them to be available, and then obviously in the description below, or customs available. So there's ways around it. I just choose to do it this way. I have multiple available. I have several pictures on that listing, and then hopefully that influences the person to be able to communicate with me directly on what it is they want for the color, the style, and all of that. Okay, now let's move on to the bead organizing, and I'm going to straighten up a few things. As you can see for my studio, as far as how I use my beads, I put the drawers up on this table over here so that when I'm grabbing different things, I'm working in a very quick motion, but my main setup is actually over here on the floor, so I'll show you that as well. Okay, like I said, my first organization piece is right here. This is my Lego drawer unit, and I just can't say enough about how easy it's been for me to set them up on this top table here and pick out my designs and set everything up really, really quickly. I have the insert, and it gives me two different layers of my beading and how I can organize my beads. And then I just slip it right inside of there, and that is my individual drawer unit that goes inside of the, how many are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 drawers. So there's an 8 drawer unit that I'm using. And it's all different colored drawers. That doesn't matter to me. It's more or less that these little pieces of beads pretty much stay where they belong when I pull them in and out. Now for my charms, I actually use a fishing box. Inside of each one, I've got each component organized, and each one locks. It, for the most part, stays in place, but I don't prefer these for beads just because all of those separators, unless you glue each one of them down, they don't tend to stay put. It is possible to glue them all down, and they would perhaps stay put enough for you, especially if you're traveling around with beads. Now with this unit right here with the drawer organizer, I would not travel around with those because it's just too likely that the little bumps will switch around the little beads that you have. Let me show you this. So this right here, this is also something that I found. It actually leaves everything separated really well. Take this, open it up, pick my bead, and just snap it shut. These also snap closed and lock into place. So this here, if you wanted to do beads inside of this, you definitely could. And they will not, they won't move. You can take the tops off, and it's both sides in some cases. Like this whole thing will slip out. So if you don't want this in the way while you're beading, it is removable. And then that would make it a little bit more convenient to be able to make your design. Now, if you're traveling and you need something to keep somebody busy, this is the perfect thing to take with you. You've got a bigger space, smaller spaces. You can really line up a good project as you're on the go. Or let's say you're doing an event, and as a lot of us know, if you take time and make things at the event, people will be coming and looking at what it is that you're busy doing. It just creates a little bit more interest. So I just wanted to end with that as far as these are all the things that I'm using. Oh, wait, hang on a second. I am not done. I still have to show you what this unit looks like when it's holding everything. So give me one moment. All right, this is the unit that I use to store all of my charms. And these two things lock down at the top here so that it stays closed. So if, again, you're traveling for a show, this is the perfect type of unit. This is made by Plano. You can find them online. You can find them in many, many different retail locations. each one, I've actually organized it to where it's kind of theme based. And I have 4 drawers in this particular unit. Alright, and there is the close-up of how I lay all of my charms out so that when I'm adding them to a Suncatcher piece, I've got all the varieties in front of me, and it's really easy to just pick it out and move along with my next design.